Pampiri Ngwana batho, aurata pretty boy. Pampiri Ngwana batho, aurata pretty boy. Hello, old school junkies. I am Letoya Makhene, and I'm here today because apparently people have been, trying to figure out where Pampiri is, where Schoolgirls is, where the music is, and so I'm here with you, old school junkies, just to reconnect, say hi, and give you a little bit of background on Schoolgirls, our journey, and how Pampiri came to life. So Schoolgirls was a group, a girl group, that which consisted of my older sister, Pauline, my cousin, Nikki, my younger sister, Hunzi, and myself, with me as the lead singer of the group. We were very young. I was 14 when I was in Schoolgirls, when we released Pampiri. Schoolgirls, well, we were always, the four of us really come from a musical family, as you know. My dad, Papa Kaki Blondie Makhene, and music was just always in our blood, and we would always sing. And one day my dad decided to become creative about these voices and what it is that we had to give. And he came up with a concept of creating music for kids, by kids. The kind of music that children could comfortably listen to around their parents. This was happening around a time where there was a lot of music being released that had a lot of profanity. And I think my dad also got tired of us visiting people, visiting cousins and whatever, and how about Kenya music, busy because the song is like that. And so Daddy thought, instead of complaining about something all the time, let's give a solution to a problem. And his solution was music for children, by children. And that's how the Schoolgirls was brought together. We went into studio. My dad and a gentleman named Monty Bukhazo were together on the beats and getting the African nursery rhymes together and putting the music to these nursery rhymes. And we went into studio and we recorded what you know today as Pampiri. It was one of the most beautiful journeys that I've had, especially as a child who really was born singing. I was born singing. I fell into film, I fell into acting, but it seemed like my life was just getting so much more busier with the film work, with the acting, with, the presenting. And this became that one beautiful opportunity for me to showcase my first love, which is music. We traveled a lot, we toured a lot, we were on the road a lot in between being at school. And it was absolutely wonderful being able to access that side of me. We come from a family where we had a lot of support. We had a supportive structure. Our mom was constantly there with us. My dad was also always there with us. They weren't just, but my dad wasn't just a music producer. Him and my mom were on the road with us, road managers. So it became a family thing that we did. Moving further ahead, Schoolgirls then released their second album called The Party Goes On. I was 16 at that stage. The Party Goes On also did well. We were on the road, and that is on the album of The Party Goes On is where the song No Matemba was the single that was released. No Matemba also did very, very well, and Schoolgirls really, really were becoming a force to be reckoned with. Unfortunately, in the year that we released No Matemba, our mom passed away. Or just a little after. Yeah, I was 16, I was going to turn 17 that year. Our mom, who was our biggest supporter, our biggest fan, passed away. And I guess we all just need a time out to heal away from the public eye, to heal and figure ourselves out and find ourselves. And I guess just being on the road and doing, accessing ourselves or channeling our creative selves on the road was just a constant reminder that our mom wasn't there. So it was very difficult, especially for my sisters, to really invest in the music side of things. For me, going deeper into the music and going further into my creative work on screen and in film and in television was my way to release the hurt and the tension that I felt around my mom's passing. But it was just so much more difficult for my sisters. And I guess because music was never their first love, but they enjoyed being on the road and singing and being creative in this way, they went deeper into things that really, really made sense to them, that mattered to them. So my little sister Hunsi started really focusing a lot on dance. My older sister really just decided to focus on what she wanted to do, which was media and PR. And we all respected each one's journey and what each one wanted to do. But that was pretty much how the end of Schoolgirls came to being. I missed it all the time. I've always loved it. It's just always been my first love. But you can't force people to do something that really doesn't shout out to them. Anyway, I continued with my work in television. I continued entertaining all of you, the masses. You continued being such a great support system for me. And I wish I could really, really tell people where to get Pampiri and Nomathemba. Unfortunately, it seems like the record label that we were signed to, I don't know, just didn't do justice to the material going online after, things were becoming very, very digital. So unfortunately, in that time, if you were buying CDs and you were buying cassettes and things, you were going to have your copy of Nomathemba and Pampiri. Unfortunately, it's just not accessible in the digital spaces. My dad has been trying to really just find the music and get it out there so that it's so accessible to all of you who have supported and loved Schoolgirls. But I don't know at this point where I can send you to go and find it. But we continue to be creative about how we can do things. I'm sure very soon as my dad has an opening in his schedule, and I do as well, we'll be able to find a way to kind of like recreate these memories of Schoolgirls and Pampiri for all of you, so that at least you have something to listen to. It might be like 100 years after we initially recorded the single, and I might be so much older, but I think it's worth giving it to you if you've been asking for it. That is my story, my lovely, lovable story about the journey of Schoolgirls and Pampiri and Nomathemba. And, just to, just for all of you who have so many beautiful memories around how you grew up around Schoolgirls and Pampiri, I think I'm just gonna say to you, Pampiri Ngwana batho, aurata pretty boy. Pampiri Ngwana batho, aurata pretty boy. Yes, eh, oh yes, eh, Ngwana batho, yes, eh, oh yes, eh, so latido, yes, eh. Oh yes, Ngwana batho, yes, oh yes, so latido, Pampiri Ngwana batho, ahora da pretty boy, Pampiri Ngwana batho, ahora da pretty boy.